What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm back with another rogue deck list that I have showcased a while ago, and it was actually, I think, in the first or second week I started this channel, and it was absolutely a blast to play, and people seem to love it, and it is Gengar EX. With the Tricky Steps attack, you do 160 damage, and you move an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon to any of their bench Pokemon. So when you pair that with cards like Crushing Hammer and Enhanced Hammer to get rid of energy into discard, as well as Handheld Fan to move more energy when you are attacked, you are constantly ruining your opponent's time on actually setting up Pokemon to play. And with the popularity of Charizard that I've seen on the ladder and the long time popularity of Regidrago since Shrouded Fable came out, I figured what better time to play this since those decks can get very easily abused if you move their energy around constantly. Some changes I've made since I last played this deck are actually insane. So of course I had to add 3 copies of the new Janine Secret Art. I feel like 3 copies of this plus 2 copies of Dark Patch means you can always set up a Gengar whenever you need to if you don't have any other supporter that's as optimal to play. Like maybe use Arven on the first turn, and then after that use Janine Secret Art, manual attach, boom, you're ready to rumble. I also opted to play, where is it, the Pecharunt EX. So this is our permanent switch card. I'm not playing any copies of Switch. I think this is a phenomenal card to use, and it's also got a good attack for the very late game if we need, which can, like, you know, kind of blow up basic EXs and stuff like that, which could be difficult when we're only swinging 160, and we could fix some math with Munkidori, like against Charizard, but overall it's not going to be anything crazy. And then I also added Fezandipiti from Shattered Fable. With the Flip the Script ability, we can draw 3 cards if any of our Pokemon were attacked last turn. And between Fezandipiti and Rotom V, since we're playing Arven, we've got Rotom V for Stone, and I feel like we've got a pretty consistent early and mid to late game draw engines with those 2 cards. We also have access to the Gnawing Curse ability on Gengar, where if our opponent attaches an energy from hand to one of their Pokemon, they put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon, which doesn't seem significant, but when you think about it, that affects cards like Xatu, like Teal Mask Ogerpon with the Teal Dance ability. It affects manual attachments, like anything your opponent is playing from their hand to any Pokemon in play, taking 2 damage counters and then being able to just kind of stack more with Munkidori. I mean, that could add up very fast and actually open up the door for Gengar to take big OHKOs. And something else about Gengar that's good to know is it's actually weak to fighting and not grass like a bunch of other dark Pokemon like Charizard. So similar to the Dark Box that I just showcased, the new Loyal 3 Pokemon, we have a fighting weakness, but there's not many fighting Pokemon out in the meta right now. So I think it's a pretty decent time for Gengar, and especially when you pair it with like the Pidgeot engine. I mean, it's whatever you need whenever you need it. So it helps with consistency an insane amount. But honestly, on Apex, this might be the one card I think maybe I would go back and change. I'm only playing 1 copy of Boss, and I absolutely love Prime Catcher because it's our only actual switch that's not Pecharunt. And it's also another Gust card, which I think is very important in a deck like this, just to keep up using energies. But that being said, Unfair Stamp could also go unnecessarily hard in this deck. So I'm kind of open to both of them. I'm opting to play Prime Catcher right now, but it's definitely something worth experimenting with if you want to run this list. I was thinking about Night Stretcher, but I think overall I just like the 2 rods. I feel like with Janine Secret Art, we have a really good time of getting energy out of the deck if we need, and if we need to recycle Pokemon, rods can take more of those. So I just didn't think it was necessary to take Night Stretcher because I felt like I never just wanted one thing out of discard. I feel like more often I wanted like 2 or 3 things, and if I just had one of them, I'd be good enough, and usually it was an energy. We're not playing a high energy count, we're only playing 7 energy, but between 2 Dark Patch, Janine Secret Art, and just a genuine manual attach onto a deck that only needs 2, like, this is plenty. I don't think you really need any more since we've got really good energy search with the new Dark type support card. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the list. I hope you guys will enjoy this video as much as I know I'm going to enjoy making it. I mean, I had a blast playing it in the couple warm-up games and just testing the overall list, making sure it's pretty consistent. So yeah, the deck list will be in the description down below, as well as my community Discord server, which we've had a few people joining recently, and I love to say that the community is growing so much bigger every week, and I am so happy to not only be creating a great community here on YouTube, but also in Discord. And if you didn't know, Discord's free to join, and basically all I do is talk about different decks, different cards. We'll help people make different lists, help throw ideas at each other, and honestly, that's where I'll get a lot of ideas to make these decks. So if you want to communicate with me and let me know some different decks to play yourself, join the Discord server down below. It's an awesome time. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for Gengar though. So let's just jump into it and let's see how many opponents I can ruin by just putting their energy everywhere but where they want it. Welcome to match number 1. Our opponent took a mulligan and they are playing Regidrago V-Star. But we're going first, so I'm not super scared of Dragapult if I can evolve my Gengars and my Pidgeys this turn, which is possible. I've got a hand where that we might be able to pull that off. And Forest Seal Stone actually could help a lot, now that I think about it, because it can take Rotom and... Ooh, actually, Buddy Buddy Poffin is the best card I could have top decked. There is no shot. I was going to say, I want to get Gastly and Pidgey this turn. I want to get one of these up before our opponents can swing in with Dragapult. And we still have the instant charge, so we actually have an insane start. I am loving this. So let's take Rotom, and then we can attach the energy to Gastly and use instant charge. Yeah, I mean, we got a banger of a hand. I love that. I love that because I can get more Gastlys in play. Yes, our opponent can use Dragapult's attack by Regidrago, and they can totally kill a Gastly on the bench. But if I have more than one Gastly on the bench, they can't kill all of them. And that's, I think, what's most important for this deck. Is yes, we're going to fall behind. You know, we've got some lower HP basics that Regidrago can totally abuse, but they have just about as many fire energy as we got Pokemon they can abuse, and as long as we evolve one of them, we can give our opponent a massive headache. So Rolling Iron could be really annoying, but if they use that a lot, we're also going to move a lot of energy. So I feel like that would just slow the game down so much. It would actually be pretty funny if they did. And they go Squawk, and here's one energy switch in discard, 2 in discard, which is really, really good for us. They can get it back with Legacy Star, but if they do that, they're definitely using it immediately. That's why they took it, which means the more handheld fans in discard, the more powerful handheld fan becomes. And I think that's going to be a very underrated card in this deck, because when we attack and when we get attacked, we're moving energy around. So it's, you know, both sides of the coin. So they get the Ultra Ball, they get the Drag Ball, and discard. So guaranteed we need minimum 2 Gastlys on the bench going into next turn after we evolve a Gengar, because I'm 100% doing that with a hand like this. And they chose to get another Ogre Paw, right? With that Ultra Ball? Yes, they did. Okay. That's not bad, but they only got 3 cards in hand, which, knowing Regidrago, they got rid of Iona. That last card is research. Not a doubt in my mind. That last card is, in fact, research. I mean, why? Or it's another Iona. It's one of the two. But there's no way you got rid of Iona with Vessel just cuz. Like, I refuse to believe that. So, we'll see what they got going on here. They've got 2 Grass Energy in play. Here's a Nest Ball for another Regidrago. Wow, they have the nuts. They have every card they wanted to see this turn. They've pretty much seen in play. This is insane. If they had Iona or research, I think this might have been the most perfect Regidrago start in existence. And they pass. Okay, so they're probably holding on to like Regidrago V-Star and Research for next turn. I mean, can't make it up. Alright, so there is a correct way to play this, though. We want to use this ability first. Poison my Gastly, then evolve it so I'm not poisoned. Which might fix the math at some point, but it's not going to do anything that bad to me right now. So, actually, you know what? I could bench this Gastly down. I think I use Janine's Secret Art, too, this turn. And then just keep the poison going. But I will evolve, so I'll get rid of the poison. So let's get some energy on these guys. This is awesome. This is insane. I am absolutely loving this turn. So that's not bad. And then we want to use Rare Candy into Pidgeot. Get this guy down. And then we can use Pidgeot to search for Rare Candy. Right? I feel like that makes the most sense. We got 2 Rare Candies left. Okay, not bad. So I might need a manual evolution into Haunter. Sorry for the cut. I had to sneeze. So we are going to use Rare Candy into Gengar. And then I'm going to use Buddy Buddy Poffin and take out another Gastly, because we're really going to need one. Bench space is definitely going to be a bit tighter this game for sure. And do I use Forest Seal Stone for anything? There's honestly nothing I need right now. So I don't want to take it and then not use it. I mean, I guess I could go handheld fan, you know. Actually, you know what? Because if they go for boss KO, it's whatever at this point. I think I just want to move the most energy around. I want to be as aggressive on energies of disruption, especially when they've got the nuts for a setup. And we got Haunter in the deck. That's really good to know, as we can. I could go Crushing Hammer, but I think overall this guy's just going to be a lot more fun and a lot safer. So let's get the handheld fan out, and then let's swing for 160, and I'll put that energy on maybe Squawk. So now they can't retreat. they're active. They need an energy to retreat, and then also, like, I think this messes up a lot of their game plan. If they planned on using that to retreat and then having two teal dances available to use energy switches on, now that an energy's on Squawk, it's going to be a lot harder. Look at that, I told you, they had Research, Regidrago, V-Start, and the hand. They had the perfect start. Honestly, I mean, that might have been the most flawless Regidrago start I think I've ever seen in at least a couple days. So we'll see if Gengar can hang. We also probably had the most ideal starts. You know what? These two decks are going to be going toe-to-toe. We both asked for everything, and we got everything. So I don't think there's any excuse from our opponent. I mean, both of us just kind of had the nuts there. So there's the teal dance, and now they can retreat. They can't use the manual attach on that Ogerpon because they need to use the energy switch, or the manual attach onto the fire energy for Regidrago. So there is... Oh, I guess if they have two... Okay. Maybe I didn't think that was as perfect as I thought, because I guess if they have two energy switch, they could just use both of them on the benched Ogerpon after they retreat, so that's not the worst. We'll see if they can get fire energy down. I mean, they played Vessel, so if they use Legacy Star, they can just take back Vessel if they don't get a fire energy, but they only have Dragapult and Goodra. I'd assume they would go Dragapult and take a KO on this guy, and if they do that, honestly, Munkidori could go live, or I could go Fezandipiti. But as long as I have Pidgeot, am I that worried? What do they get rid of with that Legacy Star? That could be big. Let's check what's in their discard. So another Dragapult. They got a Kyurem, but we're not playing Colress, so I'm not super worried. They've got a lot of research in the discard pile, and they took two energy switches. How many are left? One. So if they use both these energy switches, they'll actually only have... Gosh, yeah, wait. They'll only have one left, which is huge for us. So now I can start really abusing this fire energy. Oh, this is great. And Munkidori can actually take a KO on their... What is their active Ogerpon right now? Because I can move 30 damage when they swing into me. Oh, this is going to feel so good. This is going to be an insane game for sure. Because I'm putting that fire energy immediately onto Ogerpon. That thing is utterly useless while it's sitting on Ogerpon. And then when I swing, I'll move the grass energy onto Squawk. And Squawk will have like 15 energy. Yeah, they go Dragapult, which is what I thought, and they'll take out the Gastly with the energy, which makes sense. That definitely was the most ideal thing for our opponent. So I'm going to put this fire energy right onto Ogerpon, right where it's nice. And actually, you know what? I guess they could go for a big attack if we get enough energy on Ogerpon. Let's just put it on Squawk. Why not? Let's put it on Squawk. It's not doing anything while it's there. I don't want to put it on Ogerpon because if they get 3 grass energy onto Ogerpon with fire energy, like they actually could swing pretty hard for better 2-shots. So I'll let that one rock. And with this turn, so what do I want to do? I definitely want to, honestly, I don't hate going for like Iono this turn. Putting Munkidori down and going for Iono, I think could go pretty crazy. Because we just need... Never mind, they scoop. I guess they didn't have a fire energy. So what I was going to do was try to Iono, like bench Munkidori, try to go into get a dark energy somehow. With Dark Patch, something like that, you know, Ultra Ball, maybe I could get rid of one. And then I would move 30 damage from my active Gengar to their benched Ogerpon, take the KO, and then swing 160 onto a Regidrago that couldn't attack, as well as move a grass energy onto Squawk again. So, like, I feel like we were about to just run away with it at that point. So our opponent says, you know what? Not worth it. It's going to be very easy. Game number 1. Let's hop into match number 2 and see if we can continue the abuse with Gengar EX. Welcome to match number 2. Our opponent chose to go first, which is good because our hand is pretty rough. I mean, it's definitely not what we wanted to see, but we can make it work. We've got enough going that we might be all right. Depends what our opponent is playing, and it's Regidrago. Oh, that could be so difficult. Because if they get Dragapult in discard for turn 2, we're going to need like double Gastly down, which might make it so hard to get a Pidgey. But, you know, just like match number 1, we can try. We can try our best. Luckily for us, we've got a Crushing Hammer in hand. Maybe we could just get rid of a Grass Energy early. That could really, really help. And we have Arven, so we could go Buddy Poffin and maybe even take a Handheld Fan if I could just get moving energy now. And they have double Grass. Oh, gosh. And Ultra Ball for Squawk. Okay. However, they're down 2 energy switch, which is actually not bad, especially if we can flip. If we can get a little luck with the Crushing Hammers after a hand like this, that could be decent. So we'll see if they got anything else. They got another Drago down. Again, they're not There's no Dragapult in discard yet, which is good. If we can dodge that, oh, we'll be all right. And there are 2 Regidragos down. Wait a second. That's big. That really, really hurts our opponent. Those are going to be pretty hard to get back while also getting what they need to set up next turn. So that actually could save us a little bit, and I'm not upset with that at all, especially because we don't have the most ideal lead ever. So, next turn, we definitely need... They bench Kieran. What? Well, I don't know what they think I'm playing, but that's going to sit there for a bit, because I ain't doing anything about it. And we got double hammer, so I'll definitely play this now. I like saving them for fire energy, but we're in a rough enough spot where I think it's more important to just get rid of these guys now. And you know what? Actually, I'll take Rescue Board in case I need to retreat this Munkidori, and they actually don't have the setup. I think they do. So let's take Buddy Poffin. Let's get Gastly. Let's just get double Gastly. I'll deal with Pidgey later. We actually prized 2 Gastly. Nah, I'm upset about that. That's wild behavior. And let's flip hammers before we deal with manual attaching an energy, because I don't want to do it if I'm at a huge risk. But if I can get double heads, oh yeah, we're manual attaching this turn. We are so manual attaching this turn, and I think I'll just hold the hand. You know, next turn we're still in a rough spot. I mean, I could Arvin. I think Rotom Force Heal Stone was in the deck. I don't remember. Well, we could check. If it's not, we can go... Actually, I'm not sure. But I think because our opponent is taking a bit more time to set up, maybe we even go, yeah, Nest Ball for... We could do Nest Ball and Force Heal Stone, because then I could take out Rotom, draw 3 cards, and then I could also take out maybe another Buddy Poffin and try to get a Pidgey or 2 in play, just in case of the Dragapult attack in the next following couple of turns. But they got 6 cards in hand. They might not have anything to do, especially since we got rid of 2 energy, and they've already played 2 energy switched, or used. I think they just discarded the one with an Ultra Ball. You know, we are in a decent spot. Like, it's not perfect. And they just draw pass. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're feeling all right. So we get another Dark Energy. That's pretty good. So I'm definitely going to go Arvin. I like the idea of Nest Ball, Force Heal Stone for now. Because then I could get out Rotom, Instant Charge, as well as use Force Heal Stone, just get Buddy Poffin. And if I did prize another Gastly, I'll just take 2 Pidgeots. Because I want to establish my board as best I can before our opponent gets going. And yeah, we prized 2 Gastly. So this is bad. This is bad news bears. But... side, we gonna make it work. I am going to attach this Dark Energy here. So now, no matter who they could Dragapult next turn, we're in the best spot possible. I'm going to use our Alchemy. I want to get my Pidgeys in play. And yes, I know 2 does clog my bench a lot, but I'd rather have the safety of 2 Pidgeys if they get a Dragapult next turn than not have it. And especially if their setup is this rough, maybe my 2 Gastlys might even live. So I'm just going to rock with this, and we're going to Instant Charge here. And hopefully we can get something that can evolve a Gengar next turn. And that's close. It's not there. We're a rare candy away from greatness in our hand. Or Arvin. We're a rare candy, Arvin, even Iono I would play. Like, there's a lot of things we could top deck which really could pull us out of this little hole. And I think if we could do that, we'd be in a great spot. So there's the Night Stretcher. So here's Regidrago Beastar. Alright. So they're going to get ready to rumble this turn. Depending on what Pokemon they put in discard. If they just Rolling Iron or something like that, hey, you know what, we'll take it. So they get the Fire Energy attached. Now they need to Energy Switch off this Legacy Star if they don't have one in hand. Which is, oh, they have Night Stretcher. Okay, so you know what? Yeah, they take the Grass Energy. They might actually have Energy Switch in hand. So they need to take 1 less Energy Switch off of Legacy Star. Maybe. Maybe. That being said, we could also be very abusive with our energy moving around with Tricky Steps, Handheld Fan Hammers. Like, we could definitely get after them hard since they played 2, and we haven't really begun our little gimmick at all anyways. So even with the slow start, we'll do alright. And they Iono us, so you know what? We get a new 6, they get a new 6. I'm not complaining. Our hand was solid. This one actually isn't much better. Somehow I'm still missing a rare candy. And they get another energy switch in discard. What else did they get there? What other Pokemon do they got? Nothing insane yet. They could take Ultra Ball Energy Switch, but that won't guarantee them the attack. Although, to be honest, they also need the Switch card just to get this Kyurem out of the active. So there's a lot they kind of need. They didn't get Prime Catcher, did they? No. If they got Prime Catcher, I'd be terrified, because they could just take out 2 Gastlys. And at that point, I mean, it's just going to be a crushing hammer game, you know? And we do have one in hand, so there's one energy switch. What they take? What was their other card? It took Ultra Ball energy switch. Okay, so they can Ultra Ball, try to get a Regidrago. Excuse me, they have a Regidrago. They need a Dragapult, I think is like the best card for them this turn. They just pass, which I'm going to need that other turn. That'll buy us some good time right here. So I'm going to flip the hammer. Please, give me 3. That's fair. I got 2 last time. I really did need 2 last time. I'll take this. So for now, let's just instant charge. Again, it's not ideal, but I can't play anything else in the hand. I don't want to handheld fan the active in case they boss something, and then it's like kind of useless and just sitting on Munkidori for no reason. And this is perfect because I have Rare Candy Pidgeot in hand, and I have an extra Rare Candy. So next turn, I can use Pidgeot's ability to search for Gengar EX, and we have the energy to manual attach. This is solid. What are they doing here? This has to be big for our opponent. So they are using Teal Dance. They did not get rid of a Dragon Pokemon yet. They just got rid of a boss, which is big. And who are they taking? Do they have another boss's orders? If they can take out both Gastlys this turn, we're in trouble, and there's nothing we can do about it. But they need that switch. They need like Prime Catcher, Switch, Energy Switch. Like they need a lot because they use their manual attach this turn. No, they just use Teal Dance. Earth and Vessel for 1 grass. Oh, maybe they're running low on energy already. Do they? What do they have? They don't have any Pokemon I'm super scared of yet in discard. Carmine for another fire energy, but they do get Dragapult, so we're dodging boss's orders. That being said, if they get Prime Catcher, we are cooked. If they don't, right. Alright, so they have another evolution. They play for Regidrago V-Stars, which is fine, and they pass, which is great for us. And I get boss. Ooh, actually, I'm so in love with that. So what do I want to do here? I want to Rare Candy Pidgeot, and then I want to use Pidgeot to search for. Actually, there's like a lot I kind of want, because I want to go like Prime Catcher and take the Regidrago. Like there's so much I actually want to do. However, I don't think it's the safest to do all that. Is there a way actually I can pull this off in this hand? Oh, I don't think so. Because if I just get Gengar, I actually can't switch still. So do I just run the Iono? You know, and just hope that Iono kind of gets me the rest of the pieces? I think I have to, because I need to attack this turn. I need to get this Gengar in the active. I need to get it evolved. I can't waste more time, so I want to get, actually, that is, oh my god. Nah, because that's not even fair. Alright, let's do this. This was literally everything I needed, actually. So we need Rare Candy. I can't believe we prized 2 Gastlys. That's insane. Yeah, we need Rare Candy. We had the Gengar. I was just double checking. I didn't want to misplay that because we got absolutely everything we wanted in our hand. I am going to do this. We did not discard any Dark Energy yet, so I'm not going to use Ultra Ball or anything. I'm just going to flip the hammer. 2 heads, 2 tails. That's fair. That's very fair. I can't complain about that. However, I did get Prime Catcher, so I can take up the Regidrago. I can promote my own Gengar, and then I can swing 160 and move that Fire Energy onto Kyurem, where it is sitting nice and useless. So insane, because they got two Fire Energies, but they're in discard already, so they're not doing anything too insane over there. And I'm sure if they are able to attack this turn, like, I definitely helped them. They only need 1 Fire Energy to attack. The chances that they have Superior Energy Retrieval or another Fire Energy, pretty high. They've dug through their deck pretty well, and we haven't seen 1 Superior Energy Retrieval yet. We have seen 2 Night Searcher, though, so they can probably take out this Gastly, but they can't one-shot this Gengar, which means I'll just put more energy on the Kyurem, and maybe when I attack, I can get a Gastly out of prizes, and that could help a lot. We also have Handheld Fan. No, they just go Boss onto Rotom. No shot. And they have Energy Switch, but that's their last one, isn't it? It is. Our opponent officially has 0 Energy Switch left, and they're taking 2 prizes with Regidrago, but they're actually not. I don't think that'll matter, because we're not weak to grass. There's not much we can do if their Ogerpon is set up. Our opponent is just kind of cooked at that point. So, hey, you know what? I'll take it. Yeah, they're using Dragapult's attack. They're going to take out our Gastly, which is fine. We only have 1 Gastly in play, and honestly, I'll figure it out. I'll do this whole thing with 1 Gengar. It's really all you need against Regidrago in scenarios like this. I mean, they're just so liable to energy being moved and like displaced. I mean, that's why Handheld Fan is insane, like Iron Thorns and decks like that, because they can't cope with it. So what do I do here? Could Fezandipiti, honestly, kind of a boss liability. And there's nothing I really need right now to draw into. I think I just swing. Like, if I had another Gastly in the deck and I could Fezandipiti and try to get another Gastly down, I absolutely would, but I don't have it. That being said, I will Pidgeot. There's no reason not to use Quick Search, but there is a reason not to bench Fezandipiti if I don't need to. I can honestly just take Arven. Just to take it. I kind of like having Arven as a backup supporter in the hand. Maybe we could do a little thinning right now. Like, we could take Arven. We could get Handheld Fan. Again, just hold it. We could also even just take Rare Candy, you know? Just take these, take this. I don't even hate actually taking Rescue Board, just sticking that in the hand, but I guess if they boss up something to stall, we have Pidgeot, so it's cool. And then I'll just hold this hand. Gonna swing 160, gonna move that Fire Energy somewhere else again, and see what our opponent can do going forward. So let's put that Fire Energy again onto Kyurem. They got no more Energy Switch. That Fire Energy is sitting there useless. And we'll take 2 prize cards. Hopefully one of them is Gastly. That would be preferred, and perfect it is. So now I can bench Gastly, I can attack, I can then wait a turn again, and then I got Ultra Ball for Gengar EX and Rare Candy, and I got Dark Patch Energy in hand. We are good to go. Sorry, I'm shuffling cards, dropped one of them, but we are good. If you're curious what deck I'm shuffling, because I'm actually shuffling a deck this time, you already know, it's the boy Toad. It is the boy Toad. Went to my local gaming store last night to hang out with actually one of my best friends, with Aaron, who hasn't made an appearance yet on the channel. Yo, Aaron, if you're watching this, about time you hop on. And dude, we got an insane haul. I mean, there was some insane cards. I got my big trading binder and all that next to me now, and it was pretty cool. We had a bit of fun, did a lot of training. We didn't get to play as much as we wanted, but we still had a great time. So they're going to bet Trading Charizard. Do they have any Fire Energy to keep this thing going? They have all of their Dragon Pokemon in hand. But what's nice about Gengar, this doesn't one-shot it like it does with so many other decks. So it's like, yo, use Lostina, put your energy in the Lost Zone, bud. It's helping me out. And yeah, actually, you know what? They're going to be running it close. Their Gnawing Curse is doing damage, man. Gnawing Curse is really hurting. So this is what's nice. They have 170 damage HP left. We're swinging 160. Ideally, they don't put any more damage for them. In the ideal world for them, they just swing a Myriad Leaf Shower. We're not one-shotting them. Manual attach energy to Munkidori, heal 30 damage. Put damage counters onto this, so I swing for Oko damage. That's why Munkidori is so perfect in this, and I don't feel the need for many switch-outs because Pecharunt exists, and it's just a good permanent switch. Auto-win stall as far as I'm concerned. We could just set up our entire board and rock. And I mean, I guess Mimikyu is kind of a threat, maybe. If you run into like a lot of stalls or Ogre Ponds or something like that, Cornerstone Ogre Ponds, maybe you could take out E-Hammer for canceling Cologne, because I feel like at this point, you know, E-Hammer, it could help in Lugia, but they play so many special energies, whatever. Dragon Ball isn't the most popular deck, so I think it's like all around not bad. They're going to swing 180. I'm going to heal 30 damage and put them to the point where they don't one-shot us. I'm going to put this energy, honestly, let's just put it on Kyurem again. They could retreat it, like whatever. They got so many energy in this card. If they get superior energy retrieval, they'll get what they need kind of anyways. Yeah, like Enhance Hammer, maybe it's not the most insane card right now. I put it in out of principle. I feel like you needed to. So let's do this. Let's Dark Patch onto this guy. Let's use Adrenabrain. Let's take 30 damage off this Gengar. Let's put it on this guy so we can set up for the KO. And then let's put another Handheld Fan here. And then we can use Pidgeot and search for... Iona won't bring him closer to deck out, so honestly, I think I'll just take Gengar. Just stick it in my hand now. Save the Ultra Ball, right? Might as well. Might as well in case our active Gengar falls, and then I can use Janine's Secret Art or something to get energy. So I like this. I like this a lot. Boom. Moving some energy around again. Let's put this energy on Squawk. It's just, Squawk needs some energy, man. You don't get to see energy on Squawkabilly too much. Gotta help my boy out. Gotta make him feel special. And man, after as slow a start as we had to be this abusive going forward, Gengar is insane right now. Like, Gengar actually cooks Regidrago. There is nothing they can do at this point. I mean, again, attack with Radiant Charizard. It's okay. He'll swing for KO. That's fair. Incoming 160 damage. Boom, they scoop. I mean, guaranteed positive record. You're having a rough time against Registragos? Here's the best deck to deal with it. There's nothing they can do. There's absolutely nothing they can do. That was insane. Wraps it up for a easy match number 2. Let's get into match number 3, and honestly, give me Registrago again. I want to see more of them. Welcome to match number 3. We opened up with a mulligan, and we're going second. But with a hand like this, we've got some hope. Lugia. Lugia's tricky. Lugia might be like one of the most tricky matches for this deck because they can attach 4 energy per turn. They can easily one-shot Gengars, especially when they're going first, and they're probably going to be flipping what they want. I mean, it makes it very difficult because naturally that's a heads, that's an Archeops. They probably got Ultra Ball in hand, which probably means they got double Archeops, right? Come on, dude. Why do I even play this game? They get rid of 2 energy. Wait, what? Why did you not get rid of the Archeops you took? Because you have Carmine, and it's all going in discard anyways. Alright. But, hey, you know what? 4 energy in discard, 1 in play, maybe. And they only have Lugia. Okay. Alright. Maybe if I could get a little heads here with Mysterious Beam, we'll be in business. So let's go Arvin. We definitely need Buddy Poffin. And honestly, I don't mind Handheld Fan. If I put energy on Archeops, it could be pretty funny. That being said, doesn't really help us too much, does it? I mean, I probably should save Handheld Fan. I'll take Rescue Board for now, and then I think with this hand, I want to go Buddy Poffin for Gastly Pidgey because I got Rare Candy Pidgey in hand, which could get me Rare Candy Gengar next turn, and I'll attach the energy here. They've either got everything they need to cook me, or they don't. And that's fine. I think this was as decent as a turn 1 as we could hope, knowing we drew into like 80% of the supporters in our deck. But, you know, it wasn't perfect, and that's okay. So they get heads again, so now they got Lugia V-Star for double Archeops, and I am in danger. I am definitely in danger, but as long as we can evolve this turn, we'll be okay. Honestly, I might even have to Iono before I Pidgey, just to make the best odds of getting energy, Gengar, and another rare candy, and I think Iono would help the most. They attach the legacy energy to your active, which is good. I was really scared of a Wellspring Ogerpon, but I've been a little more mindful about not saying that because I feel like every time I say, oh, I'm scared of this, guess what I see? I usually see that. So, actually, they Iono me, which, that hurts, because I lose rare candy Pidgeot. Ooh, that makes things tricky, doesn't it? Especially with this hand, because I got all of the things that, man, if I had, like, if they didn't Iono, I actually would have got Gengar, Dark Patch wouldn't have helped. I still would have been a little short. So maybe this is a sign that things will work out a little better for us. They get an Iron Hand still. Interesting. Maybe they're going to try to move the energy, like the Legacy energy, or they expect me to move it onto Iron Hands, because I'm not. Or do they play another Electric energy? That'd be interesting for sure. But no matter what, we got 2 Iono here. I'll bench Rotom in case we whiff the attack again. As long as I can evolve and just sit behind a little meat shield for a bit, good enough for me. So we'll definitely bench Rotom, because it's a really realistic possibility of happening. I'll take Handheld Fan at this point. It's whatever. And then we'll rip the Iono, and I just need Rare Candy Gengar. And I know a Rare Candy and 2 Gengars are pretty much on the bottom of my deck after those last 2 Ionos, and that's not going to cut it. That is not going to cut it here. So, oh boy. Yeah, actually, this is really rough. I kind of need to keep my Gengar alive. So I think I'm actually going to Prime Catcher this guy up. If they have the Electric energy, so be it. But the Legacy energy is already on Lugia. And I'm just going to sit behind Rotom. If they KO it, not much I can do against it. I'll have to accept that. I'll put the energy on my only Gastly. I'm also going to use the Force Seal Stone. And I am going to Star Alchemy for who? I think I'm just going to go Buddy Poffin and try to establish my bench a little bit more. Right? Because then I can Arvin next turn. I can take out Nest Ball for Fezandipiti. And yeah, actually after that I'm a little stuck, huh? But I think that's our best bet. I think that probably is our best bet. Actually, I could take a Nest Ball now. Fezandipiti, is it in the deck? Tell me it's not even in the deck. Oh my gosh, it's not even in the deck. Alright, let's just take Buddy Poffin then. And let's just try to get some more Gastlys and maybe another Pidgey on the bench, just in case our opponent tries to chase either one. Actually, I lied. We prized 2 Gastly and a Pidgey this match. And Fezandipiti. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. And let's instant charge. And you know what? We'll make this work. We'll make this work. That's absolutely something we can work with. So we can, in fact, use... Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to... Penny. Ew. Oh, man. That's not what I wanted to see. It's alright, though. It's okay. Oh, Mezgoza could be big. Now they're going to get rid of it with Tempest Dive, and they're going to take the cast. We're going to go down 3 prize cards, and this would be one of the most insane comebacks, actually, I think I would ever make it. Of course, they flip heads. I mean, our opponent is getting absolutely everything they want, and everything I want is prized. So, Minccino, annoying. Can't deal with that. Can't deal with that well at all. Because they got enough energy left to just torch a Gengar in one go with Cinccino. So, how do I do this? Okay, I have a hand where I could get Pidgeot and Gengar EX in play. I need to Arven for Rare Candy and probably Rescue Board. And I'm probably going to have to just discard it. They get rid of hands and boss. That's interesting, actually. I respect it. And they get Cinccino. Alright. This is definitely annoying, because, like, how do I follow up with this? They just retreat. They'll have the Oko next turn. Oh, God. Yeah, this is rough. I don't think Lugia is just a good matchup at all for the deck. I think, especially when they got it like this, I mean, we need Lugia to have one of those games where Lugia just Lugias and draws 6 energy, and that wasn't the case. So, I need to Arven for Rare Candy and Rescue Board, and I'm 100% going to have to get rid of that Rescue Board this turn, because I need to keep the Arven. I will Ultra Ball away Munkidori. I'd imagine we're just going to get 1 shot from here on out, and we 2-shot most things pretty conveniently. And let's get rid of Board. Why not? Then I'll take Pidgeot, just to evolve that little guy. Then I'll Rare Candy Pidgeot, and I'll search for Rare Candy with Pidgeot, so I get Rare Candy Gengar. And I think that'll be the best thing for us, so let's do that. Then I have the manual attach on the Gastly as well. You know what, like, this is a... Whoa, that would have been bad. If I did that, I would have... Probably would have threw the game away, to be honest. So let's Rare Candy Gengar. Boom. And then let's manual attach here. And what energy do I move where? I guess, oh, actually, it doesn't really work, does it? Because mist energy, doesn't it prevent the effect? It does. Oh, it really does do that. So Lugia might be an auto loss. Lugia might actually be a legitimate auto loss for the deck, because what do? They just retreat and tell me to cope, right? I mean, we put some damage counters on the Cinccino, but, like, whatever. Because they're just going to take a massive Oko here, and what do we do after that? Maybe they don't have enough energy left. They'll have 4. They got to commit a couple more energy. They definitely need a couple more. Handheld Fan could at least work. We could put... Actually, that might actually help them, because it keeps energy in play. But we could put an energy on Archeops, which is better than nothing. And we at least got another turn with Gastly. So, you know what? It depends how much energy we could... almost mill at this point. I think hammers are going to be what we need from here on out. And they fish. That's stinky. It is really stinky. That's a good boss KO. I could rod back Munkidori. If they Iono, actually, I'd be very okay with that. Because I kind of want a bigger hand. I need Crushing Hammers on their Lugia. Like, I just need to get rid of all the energy they have in play. And I think that's the best shot I've got at closing this one out. This is a good hand to make that work. This is a really good hand to make that work, to be fair. So they're doing 7, 14, 21, 28, minus 40. They're doing 240 damage right now. Adding 2 more energy, definitely enough to 1-shot, but that is like a lot of energy. That's 2, 4, 6 energy. It's actually 14 energy in play. To be fair, they've actually played so many energy right now. I'll move. It doesn't matter because they got Miss. Oh, wait, no, it's Handheld Fan. Oh, it's Handheld Fan. So let's move... We could move the Mist. No, but I want our attack... I actually don't want our attack to work. I want them to keep Mist. So let's just move Gift onto Archeops. Then I'll get rid of these guys. So they're going to take 2 prizes. They're going to drop down to 1 prize here. So I have to do this entire thing with 1 Gengar. How many Mist are they down? They're down all 4, actually. If this heads hits and I can take out the Mist energy on their Lugia, you know what? We might be able to make this work. And that's a solid top deck, actually. That's a really good top deck. So let's go Crushing Hammer. Please, come on. One time. Yes. Okay. There's hope. there's hope that they might just have too many energy played for them to like pull this off conveniently. So, how do I do this properly? I could get Fezandipiti out, but would that be a big worry if they have a boss for Lugia? I feel like it could. I actually don't think I want Fezandipiti in play, because I'm worried that they just get a Tempest Dive out on a Fezandipiti. Also, didn't we prize it? Maybe we could Arven to get Ultra Ball, just then a little bit more. I'm pretty sure we prized Fezandipiti. Yeah, we did. Okay, so I think what I do, we have Ultra Balls left, right? Yeah, we got a couple. I want to not search for Rare Candy, or search for Gengar EX itself. I want to just use Arven, and I just want to thin cards out of the deck. So we're going to take Arven. We're going to use it. We're going to take out Ultra Ball. We've reused all our tools, but that's fine, because this gets us exactly where we need to be. I can get rid of Nest Ball. There's no Pokemon I need at this point. I'll keep Janine's literally just because. And I'll take a Gengar, because we have Rare Candy. Yes, I did that right. Okay, that's good. That's somewhat reassuring. And luckily for us, our opponents used a lot of energy. There's 5 energy in this card. A lot on their active. Okay, so I'm going to move it. It really doesn't matter. Oh, actually, I could just choose to fail it as well. So we'll do that, because I actually want all this energy in this card. This is definitely the goal against Lugia. We're going to take 1 prize. Oh my gosh. We get Haunter. We don't even get Fezandipiti, so it's not even an option. Although Fezandipiti is useless at this point. If they take a KO, they win. But I don't know how they take a KO this turn with what they got in hand, because I'm just going to move so much energy everywhere but they're active and hopefully get away with it. So they're going to take some gnawing curse damage, not going to change anything too much. Good thing I discarded Munkidori, because having it in play would be the easiest boss KO ever, and that would be a really upsetting way to win. How many energy are they down? So they've got 5 in play, 10. There's 15 energy already played. Blood Moon or Saluna. Didn't think of that. I could boss it up, actually. It's going to sit there doing nothing for a while. They're going to Primal Turbo, show me whatever energy they got left in the deck is probably what they'll put onto it. And it is a double turbo. Do they have any energy left? That's 16 energy. If I use Pidgeot to search for a boss, they might actually be cooked. How many jet are they down? All of them. Oh. Ooh. So then I could move this energy onto this Archeops as well, because now Lugia is not going to be able to attack too well. And then if I take a KO, actually if I take a KO, they can use Blood Moon or Saluna. Can I put this? No, I can't put it on Pidgeot. I was hoping I could use Janine's and put energy on Pidgeot so I could retreat and actually use Pidgeot as an attacker, but I can't. So I'm just going to take boss's orders, and I'm just going to chase down that Blood Moon or Saluna. And I'm going to start attacking into this, because they got no energy left and that thing can't attack. And then when I KO it, hopefully they don't have any energy left for their Lugia, and it'll just sit there and do nothing. So I'm going to boss this guy up. We're going to take Ursaluna. I'm going to swing with Tricky Steps, and I'm going to move the double turbo energy onto Luminion, just to increase my chances of not being attacked this turn. And then, I don't have another boss, do I? No, if I had another boss, I think we'd actually be in the best scenario possible, because I could have bossed up Lugia. They have another Chinchino, it doesn't change anything. It really just comes down to, do they have more energy? I don't think they do. I think they're actually, their Ran Drive energy, they pass, they got nothing. They got nothing, there's no way. Enhanced Hammer? Good night. I need to take another energy. How many double turbos have they played? Maybe they're saving a double turbo. Do they play 4? I don't think they do. I'm gonna get rid of Gift here, just in case. That was an insane top deck, by the way. That was actually gross. And then I'm gonna quick search. I'm gonna take out a Crushing Hammer. And I'm just gonna try to get all the energy I can. They scoop! Oh my god! 5 prize card comeback. Auto loss. What am I talking about, auto loss? Dude, cooked them. Absolutely cooked them. They had no energy left. That's insane. Yo, why is Gengar like that? What? That's insane. 1 Gengar and a dream. Dude, we were on a roll today. That might have been one of the most fun best of 3s I've had, like, on this channel. That Lugia match made my day. Made my day. That was one of the coolest things that I think has ever happened. 5 prize card comeback, 1 Gengar EX, a Pidgeot, and a Dream. And we came through for the victory. That is 3-0 for everyone's favorite Gengar EX. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know for a fact I had a blast with this. Build this list right now. And honestly, hear me out. Cut 1 rod, put in one more boss's orders. I think that could really help. After an honest few games playing this deck, I think when I don't think I used Rod in the 3 games I played, but I have used Rod a lot of other times with Gengar, so definitely keep 1 Rod in there, but I think you could just put another Gust. I think that could help out a lot, like in that last scenario. Another Gust could have been big, but we still clutched up, so loved this list. I think it is a phenomenal deck. I think it's actually one of the most fun rogue decks I've played in a bit, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. With that being said, stay epic. Peace.